It's a disturbing fact of life for too many women getting hassled on the street while they're on a run.
What kinds of things have you heard?
Hey, baby, or
it's pretty hard to even run up the street without someone beeping or shouting something.
Here's Lisa Guerrero.
We came to world-famous Venice Beach to turn the tables on the catcallers. How'd we do it? Well, we put a camera on the back of this bike, a camera on the front of this bike, and we hired a fitness trainer.
Amber Wyrick says she's well aware of the problem.
I get catcalls everywhere, every day of my life, but especially when I run.
We were with Amber when she went for a jog.
That's a choker. That's an interesting jog. Full of makeup and a choker.
He yelled it out loud enough that other people could hear it and people were looking. And when that happens, that's embarrassing.
Lisa spoke to the guy.
So this guy just immediately knew, because he's right. He's right. He's not even saying that, like, she's doing it. He's basically calling her out for being, like, I don't know, like, he thinks she's like a hooker or something like that. Yeah.
She deserved to be yelled at here on that sidewalk?
What, being yelled at? I don't think anybody was yelled at. Honey, it's funny. If I see somebody running and jogging in makeup, you see what I'm saying?
It didn't stop there.
Did you happen to say something to this young lady when she ran by a minute ago?
I actually did.
What did you say to her?
I said that she's very beautiful and I love her.
Do you think that's appropriate to shout out at women as they're running by?
Yes.
Why?
Because she is very beautiful and I do love her honestly as a person.
So all you guys out there, take this advice. Keep your cat calls to yourself.
Oh my God. Do you know what the worst thing about this is? Is that they're so obnoxious about it, and then they interview probably the only guy that has the charisma to make it seem like it's not completely obnoxious and annoying. Like, why would you air this? Why would you? It's like it's because, like, I'm not a catcalling enjoyer, right? Like, I've never done this to girls. I find it to be just like. I'm gonna sound like such a huge fucking simp, okay? I try to respect women, real women. Now the fake ones, yeah, they're whores, right? Like some video game character, yeah, what a disgusting slut. But if we're talking about like an actual real woman, an actual person, I actually try to respect them. And it's how do you do this? Yes. Catcalling ruins us for normal guys wanting to approach. Keck W, you're right. I mean, I feel like this is my opinion, nobody wants to be jogging and be yelled at by a random guy laying on the ground. Hey! Like, I don't think that, like, I think 95% of women probably don't want, actually, 99% of women don't want this. Now, there are some girls that like that attention. Of course, right? Because there's some people that are furries. Like, there's a massive spectrum of things that people enjoy. And so, of anything that somebody could enjoy, there is somebody who, in fact, does enjoy it. However, I think it's very, very uncommon. It is. But the 1% matters, too. The time to just be able to approach random girls is already gone, man, almost 10 years ago. When you go to TwitchCon, did you get catcalled a lot? Did people yell? Oh, of course. Of course people yell at me. But on the street. Like, I was walking, getting pizza, and it's like, hey, why want you, I love you, hey, man. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? And it's like, yeah, for sure. Big dick! Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely. Absolutely. And that's fine. But, like, this is also, it's part of the job, right? That's not a big deal. And it's also not, I think with women, it's different, right? Because women, like, I know that people might not really believe this because I'm seen as like this massive, I don't know how this is, I was going to say, I don't know how it's happened that people see me as this massive incel. That's not true. I know exactly why people see me that way. Yeah, I know exactly why. However, the truth is that women, in a lot of cases, you might be playing on a PvE server, but a lot of women feel like they're playing on a PvP server. And In the same way that you might think that you're playing Minecraft, well, they're playing Dark and Darker. So, a lot of girls have these, like, fucking, like, tower defense level strategies for how they're trying to, like, reduce risk of people and, like, men involving themselves in their lives that could make them unsafe or in danger. And so, when I hear about, like, guys and, like, the catcalling, and it's like, oh, well, women don't know what they want, etc., I actually don't believe that. Putting makeup on for a jog is like flagging for catcall PvP. The guy didn't even call out that she was attractive. I think he was just calling her out for being an attention seeker, right? Which is like, is the guy an asshole? Yeah, he's kind of an asshole, but he's also right. They're literally recording it for attention. He was right. He was right about it. Like, he 100% was right about it. So, yeah. And he didn't even make a comment on her appearance. He said, nice choker, nice makeup, right? He's not even talking about her appearance or her body at all. But it isn't real. It's in their own mind. Hence the man versus bear argument. It's created by the media. Oh, about, like, women being afraid of men? I think it's both. So, I was talking to a girl about this. And I said that if you talk to 5 girls about... You talk to 5 girls and you ask them to tell you a story about a bad experience that they had with a guy who played World of Warcraft... I said that they'd give you 10 stories. And do you know what she said in response? Only 10? The reality is that a lot of girls experience this. A lot do. It's very, very common. And the problem is that playing the safe route? Yeah, they do. Bro, men are fucking disgusting on average. Yeah, I've seen these DMs. I've seen this stuff happen. The man versus bear example. So, like, while, yes, the media does play this up, there is a real element to it that is authentic and is very personal for a lot of women. And the issue is that it's hard to have a conversation around that because there's a lot of guys that are, I think right now there's a big issue with, like, guys that don't know how to, like, approach... Or, like, they don't know how to talk to a girl without it being without being seen as being weird, right? Now, I do know how to do that. The way that you do that is you have to be attractive. It's very simple. And this also, by the way, is the reason why people always call me an incel. And so, yes, just be attractive, simple. And number 2, obviously, is, I think that it's about treating people the way that you would want to be treated. So... if you talk to a woman like you're trying to talk to a woman, I think that you're already kind of causing yourself some problems because you should try to talk to a woman like you would talk to a person. And I think the issue is that on the internet, there's a lot of guys that don't know, like, where that line is. And this is also coming from somebody who, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I have a perfect record with, trying to hit up and hook up with girls. The perfect record is 0. 0, right? Every time I've tried to talk to a girl, like, I tried to hit her up, never works, right? 0. You thought 100%? No. I'm talking about 0%, right? Like 100% failure rate. And so, unblemished. Yep, yet to be finished, and or yet to be changed. I mean, it's because you're not attractive. Yeah, sure. But, like, anyway, I could go back and forth about this. It's not really about me, though. Who cares about me? The point is that a lot of guys don't know what the rules of engagement are because they're constantly being redefined by social media and by culture. Back in the 1960s and the 1950s, you had a much more homogenous culture, and because you had a much more homogenous culture, guess what that causes? Well, that causes a much better shared sense of social understanding and social mores and social behavior. Now you don't have that, and you have so many different types of cultures and groups of people that you can approach one girl in one way, and then she's going to like that, and then you approach another girl in a completely different way, or the exact same way, and it's a totally different situation. That's the reason why it happened. So yeah, I think it's kind of back and forth. The bad experiences make approaching a girl a more fickle situation, therefore tricky for guys to understand and approach. Well, here's the way that I look at it. I don't know if I would ever approach a girl in public and try to talk to her. I'm also, like, very, very reserved in real life. Like, I wouldn't even really approach a guy either, right? Like, I just don't want to talk to people in public. Like, I'm not the kind of person to start a conversation with somebody But like after the amount of times that I've heard like female friends and people tell me over the years say like, I hate when guys do this to me. I hate whenever guys talk to me like this. I hate whenever I'm just trying to go somewhere and then some guy's trying to chat me up. I hear this for like years, and it's like, of course I don't want to act that way towards somebody, because why would I want to talk to them if I don't like them? And if I like them, why would I want to put them in a position that many people that are like them have expressed as uncomfortable? So yeah. But you would talk to people with conventions, right? Well, I don't know if they talk to me first. I don't know. It depends on who it is. So yeah. I think cries when they can't meet a good guy. Well, it's not like all, like, you really think it's the good guys that are the ones yelling at, like, these girls running around? Like, these are the good guys? Like, what are we talking about here? Oh, we're old-fashioned. I'm a girl. I've just gotten used to people yelling weird stuff at me whenever I go out. Yeah, that's just the way it is. But women will create their own shitty reality with that thinking. Eventually, it will be no guys approach me and I'm lonely after they alienate every guy out there. That's not true. Every girl can start a dating profile, and if she's even moderately attractive, she'll have tons of guys that are trying to talk to her. The issue is that there's a lot of guys that want to talk to girls, but like not a lot of girls that want to talk to a lot of guys, right? I don't know. It's like, let me think of a better way to put it. Like, there's not enough hot girls, then there's not enough good guys, basically. I think that's really what it is. It's supply and demand. Yeah, exactly. You said back then that you were AoE farming girls. How's that different? Well, I mean, the difference is, like, it never really goes anywhere, right? I mean, like, yeah, you can talk to somebody, but, like, is this really going to go anywhere? No, not really, right? And, like, that's really the main difference. Women are aplenty? Yeah, of course. I think we also have a culture of men chasing women. If we didn't have dating apps, catcalling, and men approaching women would be more. Yeah, I think that dating apps definitely make it less, create less friction. Isn't catcalling considered free speech? I'm not saying that they should go to jail for catcalling. I never said that. We're not even talking about that. It's a totally different topic. All I'm saying is that... let me see here. Projecting incels. Guys, proceeds to make generalizing half population Europe, competitive grains of sand worth men's. Is this somebody who's unhappy, or is it somebody who, like... let me read this real quick. I actually don't know what this person is trying to say. What do you guys think they're trying to say? Guys, proceeds to make a derogatory generalization about half the population on Earth based off a comparative grain of salt's worth of men they know in life mean anything, projecting incels. Am I misunderstanding something here? Sorry, I'm very, very confused. This guy's been typing the same thing. Don't be afraid to get ignored or rejected, or you'll be alone. Oh, sure. He's saying he wants to get banned to get me say. Yeah, like I don't even know what this guy's trying to say. I was talking about chat. Yeah, I know that. I mean, I think everybody makes generalizations, right? Your point before about how you said she said guys, meaning all guys. Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, girls mean all guys except for the ones that they're attracted to or the ones that they like. I mean, this is just the way that everybody is. Most people talk in generalizations because it's easier for conversation. Like, every single time, like, if you had to preface every single thing that you said by, like, 7 different levels of disclaimers so somebody couldn't take what you said, like, intentionally out of context to get mad at you, it would be impossible to have a conversation. So, yeah, you should do that. Yeah, sure, right? And I think that's what happens a lot. Yeah, talk is like a legal construct. Yeah, clearly. But anyway, let's see what the rest is. The flat earthers see on a clear day. I'll be right back. Yeah. Give me a minute. I wonder, like, yeah, what is the logic that you never see the pyramids? Because that's what I always thought, too.